of how they want to play this one.
We don't really know what to expect.
Again,
DRX on defense, KRU on attack. Again, this is
actually
a giant
just
curveball.
through the other teleporter.
Yeah.
Is this the molly that goes here?
See Shy take a little bit of space and have that Viper contact battle.
Bane
hears all the noise, including the stimmy.
one that's going to land on this guy's head, so he's locked in.
It's a big tool to try and delay this one as well. He actually gets it a little bit too early, but there are, Crunch online now. Triggering that play, it's a nade into the corner.
A great nade to bail him out. Yeah, everyone TPs, Mako's here, smoke goes down. Dude, molly first and then smoke. Nicely played from Mako. 3 pass and pushes, they heard everyone TP as well.
Perfect play so far from
DRX. Now what? Kind of need to reset. Someone's going to go B at one point. Okay, Flashback, does he hear them?
Around the world.
They're not going to know exactly where people like Flashback are. And they're not going to know that it's a 4-player stack, but KRU are much more grouped up.
Timing.
Walking around here, just onto the corner, expecting that
Bro, he was so ready, and the crouches really just saved KRU in that. It's a good player to kill, because B becomes a lot more doable.
And this is good. This is a nice
they reset into a 2-2.
When Flashback dies, you're expecting KRU to accelerate into B. That's where the defenders go.
Seeing signs of life down for a short. Foxy9 over the top there with the Dizzy as well.
Big kill, man. Yeah, I love that he saves his nade there. He does go down, but surely save Wingman for... Oh, they didn't get the plant. I didn't even see that. I thought they got the plant.
From Heat, seeing if there's that second
I was going to say save Wingman for the fuse, but...
Enough of the movement, and time now is thoroughly against him. MTA, a lot to do in this spot. Forced to at least get the kills or stick, but it's an impossibility. DRX have played that
very
one
nice.
To perfection,
Pistol-wise 3-2.
Of KRU being on point.
I tell you what, Bane did pretty good over towards B. He did mess up his tether a little bit, but honestly, with how he played it, anyone going out would have been caught, so maybe it wasn't too bad. I think that's probably just hindsight, because I can see where they are.
It's a difficult read to go for, because they had no info towards short, but he got sandwiched. Absolutely flattened.
Nice!
Rhea, thank you so much, Rhea, with the prime. Rhea_03.
That is some emotion.
Okay, double sheriff. Let's what's the anti-eco like? These guys worry me on the anti-ecos after I saw that on Abyss. Worried for them. Yeah, haven't they been eco twice now, actually? I think.
Interface though makes it nice and difficult. Nice from the perspective of DRX, not willing to give them too much ground.
Just trying to piece off the map, portion by portion, see if they can build up to large ultimates.
Wait, are we going for the classic double orb default?
Normally you're going to see the attacking team want to build up their Thrash first.
Nice shot.
It's the one that tends to come online.
Take a little bit of a TP here, straight into the open arms of Bane. That is lovely adjustment.
Nicely done, bro.
A lot to overcome there.
Yeah, and he got the Dizzy during this as well. Stops him from, stops him from getting the orb.
Large part of this
KRU definitely looked into a lot of what 100 Thieves would do, or some of the other America's teams, where on their eco they'll literally just try and get both of the orbs.
And they don't really have one. They're going to be heading into round 3. Heat's the closest. And that Nightfall, I don't think it's on its own good enough to really be a massive execute tool.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of room over towards B if you take Long and Hookah. But Heat is still 3 away from that, so, you know, we're not really going to see it online for a little while. DRX with an opportunity to convert on a bonus round. Flashback takes up position in Hookah.
We get a judge.
That's brutal to get through.
Nice, dude.
At any time combined, in any part of this map's history, that is brutal to get through.
Doesn't matter if you're on a bonus, man. Listen, it's good, even on a full
with the smoke here as well. Okay, I mean, this Hookah's on lock.
Through the smoke, Bane. It's broken, so there's some acknowledgement for him.
And that sends Buzz, he was playing a float position in spawn, and it sends him more towards the A site.
Flashback would love any of these KRU players just to walk straight into him, but nobody's budging right now. KRU making sure that they...
A nicely timed Prowler.
Play that slow siege. That's a walk up, and I think just a pre-fire into the corner as the orb was coming up, but hard to tell. Shido.
They may have got the timing wrong.
It's a massive kill.
Yeah, and I mean, this guy can't feel too comfortable with the dodge, so they pull one over with that kill. It's a great pick.
That one in a replay. Kesnet still with a huge amount of patience, knows there's a serious
this was Prius, man.
there's a shotgun
Sleeping
on the other side of this.
This is the kill.
But also at some point,
Live POV
you're
of
probably
Prius.
going to want to go in there, and you're not going to have initiator utility.
Try and use a nade to rebound, but depends how deep he'll bank it. Flashback could still be alive.
And you don't know which side he's on.
Exactly. So it's a lot to clear here. Buzz sees a lot of them. Signals now for the wall to go straight back up, and so does the Dizzy. It actually does connect into the tube. Is that crew going to be sending it forwards? The go button is hit ever so slightly here. It's a lot of
Molly is incredible.
Disjointed, but that's
guys,
partly because
you haven't got too
Molly's
long.
already been placed down as well. So crew been stunned with only 15 seconds
15
left.
seconds.
This is ball
guys.
time for DRX. They've got players into the spot and a position, and Keza just goes for the widest space in the world to clear it. Doesn't work out. Still alive onto the corners. Molly at their feet. They can't step over it. They can't get access to it. Jumping around, making a mockery of the round. DRX are converting this bonus.
Let's stick with the positives.
From what we've seen on Bind so
nicely
far,
done from
and
DRX
from
to just use util over towards long to just stall them out.
For crew.
Like the Molly, the Brim Molly was perfect.
Yeah.
You know, rounds like that.
The patience in hookah, oh yeah, he was, bro, he was not caring about anything else other than his crosshair there. Just had the wall up behind him.
Of defensive utility, nothing.
It was a weird way to do it, by the way. Like a 4-1, but your 1 is the raise that has to get through the choke point and like enable everyone else to get through the choke point. Like there's a reason you don't normally see a 4-1 with the 1 being the raise.
The Molly, snake bite, mosh pit,
and we kind of just watched
any sort of that
the
stall
reason.
util in every capacity as well, because it's going to deny the plant, it's going to deny you even being able to go into these XX. And you're going to be tested in that
the
space.
Molly, the Brim Molly? Dude, the Brim Molly was incredible.
With these teams,
yeah, I was looking at the Brim Molly too.
Around, dismissed
it was
on
sick.
map 1. It immediately was answered back on Abyss with a rather tilting tech pause for crew. And right now it seems like DRX haven't slowed down from that map 2 here. This is a very committed off angle. Kisnit.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of low HPs here. We've got everyone now, after this guy tanked a little bit of damage, can get one shot. And nade is good, it might stop Wingman.
Does connect onto a multitude
does stop
of targets
Wingman.
for Pain. He's not to be pushed back and away here. Tries to at least offset his movement enough to survive, but he's going to be dropped in the process. Now through onto the side, MTA planting. Moshpit and Snakebite rebounding, but it's a little bit too late there. Just missing the mark. So still getting into that plant. He's for the post of it. Crew. Rivers in the hands. Melds are spotted out, and spam through the box will do the job. It's methodical here by DRX. Take their time with most of this here. MTA
they've got Wingman to defuse as well, and you see them ping the spike already.
A miracle shot, including the Sheriff in the hands of MTA.
Yeah, that was an
It's just not
opportunity.
happening. Peeking around. The Wingman taps that first point of defuse. They know exactly where Heat is. He's going to be not long for this
shots in this round.
And the defuse is completed.
The Razor as well. Honestly, it was looking doable for crew. They definitely had him a little bit scared there. It just looked very slow and methodical from DRX as well. It was a good early timeout.
To try to get a kill with a Sheriff, couldn't get any of them. And that would have brought it into
the problem is for the timeout here is they haven't seen too much. They've seen like a buy round, which definitely they need to talk about the fact that the Raze needs to be with the pack. If they're going to do a 4-1, then you can talk about that. They're stopping the plant a couple of times over towards A. You could maybe talk about that. Hey, maybe need to take more hours. I don't know. They haven't seen too much. Or back at sight.
Yeah. So in theory, you shouldn't even have too much to discuss. But this next round coming up, they do have rifles on board for both teams, and they have big ultimates online. So Atom might just want to hop in here and give a very quick beat about giving them a specific strat for round 5,
hello, mate.
just
How we
to get
done?
their feet underneath them, and make the score 1-4, and make them feel like they've got some opportunities to go toe-to-toe with DRX.
Sometimes that's exactly what you need, really.
New protocols being placed where you have a 4-1 setup and your duelist isn't solo 1. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it should just be part of the strat.
They were a fire
anyway.
that burned out too fast by the look of things on Haven.
Yeah.
Burned too brightly.
And I mean, it's a big worry sign.
As well.
You're not wrong.
Back of their emotions. On top of the world, really. Map 1, we were talking about potentially turning around the dire straits this team has always been in since 2021 when they attend these champs.
Yeah, they haven't played this map for a year in their first buy round. They're trying to 4-1 with the Raze here.
But for now, in terms of what we're seeing,
alarm bells are ringing.
They're going to have to turn it around if they want to see if they can dispel that narrative. deep orb is he used here by KRU. It's Shy zone. Feels like they could be walking all the way up here past that orb.
Trying to control the B orb as well and make sure that that's not something that a player like Kesnick could take away and get his showstopper online.
Yeah,
you, see that
I mean, you can just tell that every full focus is on the 2 orbs right now, just purely because of this.
Orb's gonna have to be dropped as well. KRU looking like they want to try and lurk potentially up through A short.
It's so funny. Every time they put the Viper smoke up towards long, he just pops his own one. We got a judge. This time it's in a different position.
Into these plays, but again, might be to their own demise.
Buzz is getting called back to the A site. He's the player with a showstopper and nade and blast packs. It should be very difficult to get plant down, even if KRU exec short.
Wall up. We're waiting for that timing. Now the util is going to be following up past it.
Expect the charge in the buy.
For a showstopper in the hands.
1 for 1. Bane's done really good to get that kill. We got a fast flank going in. We did get this plant down this time though.
Shower's control is going to be given up and lost a flank timing here by Flashback.
Yeah, it could be down to this duel, really.
And a full avoidance of lamps. KRU wanted nothing to do with it, so they didn't give up their lives to the judge here. A lot is going to be resting on the shoulders.
Mako picks up a different gun.
We're watching right now, but slipping past. Here's the footsteps.
Here's him.
Running around. Got to wait for this wall to drop as well. He's going to be given the easy kill. Yes,
really good position from him as well.
It's disciplined.
Yeah, love that. Secure it. Big buy rounds.
Will basically seal it up.
Really nice, man.
That point.
Look great at the moment. Everything's really good.
DRX with another very nice defense round over towards A. And that's after KRU got about the best case scenario against Buzz's showstopper. If you go 1 for 1 in that spot,
2-9 lost bonus, so there's 3 of them can buy full, and 2 of them can buy pretty well low buy.
But it's the post-plant situation that's just brutal for them. Didn't quite get the read on Flashback coming through market, and Foxy9 also winning that crucial battle from Cubby. If you just look at the duels and who's winning them, and the pace of the game, the pace has slowed down, and DRX have started winning a lot more of the rifle fights.
Yeah, and that's an important point to make.
Yeah, so these, I mean, these are the hits that we're talking about.
Controlling the tempo. They're not getting
got full armor, so he decides to get a Spectre. We've got a lot of ults on this one. Go look at the Kesnet, and pretty much this is a common when people have Razor, everyone goes truck, because
really going to be
it's easy to get out if they use the Razor there, and obviously high grounds, Razor,
and hearing it,
hard to hit it.
Nobody wants to step past it. Mako spam down.
Dude, he is perma crouching, and the amount of duels that he's winning because of it is nuts.
They still haven't used Thrash or Showstopper. Here comes the Thrash.
Now going to be used to not even take much space, just in case it peaks most of it, but they already had control of lamps. MTA will pick it back up for another go of things. Shy still sitting. Tucked himself away into showers, one of the best chances they've had in a long time. Wait a second, util is used, combined attempt. Kesnet Showstopper has to use, at least to offset that one. Bane, he's sticking it, and it's not spammable for Shy.
Shot, what the hell?
Off onto the angle again, he knows it as a chance.
Damn, bro, Shy wins every clutch though, we've got to give him that. He's actually winning all of the clutches.
He won 2 incredibly important.
Dude, what was his first kill though?
And now he's
I don't know how that one was a headshot. What was I gonna say?
The fact
the money's low is what I was gonna say.
Situation though, I think is a bit worrying.
Yeah, honestly,
I really like the util
the adjustment kind of was
DRX had over towards lamps.
Yeah, they had a good way to clear lamps there.
Lovely clear in that spot. But for KRU to be sat in a post plant, everybody in a nice position.
Yeah, that's very true. It got really close considering.
And it comes down to a 1v2.
Okay, so going around for KRU, they've got to start using these ults. Shy getting a plant here or one orb could be really good.
As well, just from the
and fast, decisive map control. That's something that we haven't seen for a little bit from them.
One that DRX uses as
early question mark red.
Often can set somebody up to take B-long control, but DRX are
Shy, I think he's won. I think he's won every clutch at the moment that I've seen him in. Probably something on Abyss wrecked his stats, but
position and angle.
Both teams running their Viper Orb on B long there, contesting for space, but it's a fake from KRU. The group up, called from Melzer. He has orbital strike for post plant. If they can just get this plant down, again, they should be in a nice spot. Oh,
util here might even be choosing to use this one. No, cancels the call here. It's
there's hits a lot. 1, 2, 3.
The responder catches on to
absolutely
everybody. And all sound cues are deafened. Crew are working partially in the dark.
Could hit 3, but I looked at the HPs. Maybe I looked at the HPs late. They still got double showers. They got no pressure showers. How are they meant to plant?
Crew trying to fight tooth and nail over the spot into lamps, but they still don't have this plant down. There's 22 seconds left. Time escaping them. The hourglass.
Ooh, molly. That's how they're meant to plant. Nice molly.
And tapping onto, finally committing into the spike, and there is that reinforcement. Side by side, Kesnit joining into the fight. Putting down any sort of position at DRX. They were fronting, trying to take it. But they do have that showers control still.
Snakebite to clear lamps.
It's going to be the important elements here. Buzz has already picked up one, but it's already equalized. Nade into the hands, Kesnit. Util out and away. Movement by Bane, almost enough to isolate.
Kesnit's done so much in this round.
Another chance, and it's grasped.
Okay, nicely done from Crew. If we're being really critical, and I mean really critical, the Buzz kind of got wrecked a little bit. He's in charge of holding showers, and he's like the person that still has 2 bits of delay util in terms of the double satchel. Stop this plant.
Try to fight a bit towards backside.
If I'm DRX here, I would call a timeout. I would be so tempted to put my Viper smoke here, because they're just not taking showers.
Bane made a good go of it. Did a lot of damage to the short player.
I feel like
I still feel like DRX are attempting these fellas.
Smoke on default would be so good here.
If Crew are putting a heavy emphasis on walking down behind the Viper wall and then just execing short, your op is not going to be able to find too much value. We've seen this before when we were watching the Americas teams, and Aspas was struggling with it.
Yeah,
I think your op player can be excellent and be finding a lot of value.
I reckon this is what it is. I reckon you're going to see the DRX smoke.
Yeah, it's a trap to forward.
What we call the DRX smoke over towards A site.
You can pull it up on Google.
I can look at it.
You can look
and
at
if I'm Crew right here, if we're hitting A,
it's not like traditional
you
maps where you have these long
expect this smoke to be over towards site, so you can either go showers if you can hit over towards A heavier, or now you know that long should be free.
Not just that.
Let's see, do we have a smoke here?
Yeah, you can really mitigate an opper's value. And if you're trying to play post-plant denial as well, a rifle is going to help you do that. If you're locking down showers control, an op isn't.
All over toward A.
I agree with those points. I think that something that DRX should be.
Oh, okay. He has an ult first, so he's going to do his ult setup. So let's check next round.
I've seen that can already find some value.
And they might be talking about what we were just discussing in that timeout, because they had the money to buy an op. They didn't invest into it.
Yeah, I think the op let him down as well. Like having him back at site and being able to satchel.
Crew taking a lot of showers control.
Is the one.
They might even try to backwards nightfall here. Set up that trail and have, you know, Mel's a clear flashback.
What an absolute pick, bro.
Early on.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
There's been
shot.
a couple of these.
This
one over here, this one here.
Flashback is now under so much pressure.
Yeah, he's worried about players potentially lurking up right behind him.
A fade out.
Prowler goes over towards long.
Would go crazy.
Didn't hit anyone.
Foxy 9.
What have they got to do with it?
Yeah. Yeah, not too much.
They didn't make champs.
Jump spot. And a knife fall. Going to be committing this one over towards the back of the site. The nade as well.
Oh my god.
So damn low, just about.
Bro, he's on his head.
Corner, but that's
he
both
tanked so much damage here.
That's expended. 44 seconds of Crew.
Okay, smoke goes down. Crew have a chance to get out.
And already with a sound cues cut away as well, they are making their way
this
through.
is great from them.
Kesnit, he is leading the charge for his team. Flashback worried as well, still trying to maintain control and his composure towards A short, buying DRX a bit of a wing con as well, but the plant is down. Starting to tick away. Kesnit also with that showstopper.
Nobody can really wrap through. Oh, I was going to say no one can wrap through short, but now Flashback hit down. These players can try.
They're trying to bait them in here. Flashback only for the
one
still alive though.
Guys,
no way, Bane! He sticks it. Where's the protocols in place, man?
Smoke.
I've got to assume they thought Kesnit's showstopper was going to deal with it. Kesnit somehow thread the needle with his Raze ult to miss the defuse and, I think, miss the player that was pushing him. And just somehow landed it in the middle.
Yeah.
The splash damage didn't catch.
Bro, it was nowhere near the defuse.
The Raze ult
the guy
misses.
close.
But I think he was distracted because of that push from Mako.
Yeah, I mean, the smoke's incredible.
So he's like kind of putting it between
they had too many showers.
Them. They still have
bro, their afterplants are
like,
getting annihilated, really.
There. They just thought the Raze ult had done the job.
Yeah, I think you can tell the lack of
Yeah.
the lack of prac on this map is
disaster time for Crew.
becoming clear.
Squandering those rounds, it should have been easy. Mako is already
Dude, Kesnet's just walking up, one-tapping everyone though. Like, they're getting all the fast kills.
Not push back and away here. Dizzy over the top, inside the smoke though. Buzz, he's hiding. Rebound with the nades. It's going to be landing and does deny that plan. There's a nade and a mosh pit all going to be used for Bane, trying to help him out. Doesn't fully commit into the fight at the front of the site. He's just about wiggling his way through. Damage is excellent.
He did so good, and the flash means that this guy can... Bro, Kesnet's been insane though.
It's a three-piece for it. Nade rebound.
And his nades are always on people's heads.
This guy, there's no safety in terms of anywhere that he can stand as that solo play, and they give it up.
I mean, what a hard round to win this is.
To do with this.
And because he has to be worried about shy and showers, Flashback there had to very diligently clear the angle.
You should be studying. Thank you for the chat, the super chat in YouTube. Thank you, thank you. Quick questions. During the matches, do coaches see the same mini-map as the audience? It shows the players or just their own team? They see everyone's POV.
On bind.
This is their screen, right? They got two screens.
But 6-3.
And then you have like, this is all your players.
At least like this, getting into good post-plant situations.
Then you'll have a screen like this, and then a button that has the same buttons here.
I'm wondering though how many rounds crew actually need.
And then if you press 5, 5 will go here. If you press 4, 4 will go here. If you press 2,
that they floated.
This is how it works. Unless it's changed, and I'm pretty sure this is the same as it is.
Icebox DRX is, in my opinion, two best.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's like. Double monitor. Is this?
Stringing together the rounds here for crew.
So
I wonder if there's anything
they see everything that your players see.
How to stop this contact play, because crew
you only see your team's POV.
Expecting a lot of this util and doing exactly this. I mean, walking up onto the angles. And you might want to buy an operator, but again, you fall into that prior trap of, you know, maybe then.
So not the enemies. Yeah, you don't see the enemies. No one sees the enemies.
You could try to take aggressive short.
And that's why they're writing other information, right? You see everyone writing information. Are we going to go aggro on this round when I decide to do it? No, we should be good.
Very solid. They've got big
if we're crew right now, this is what we're seeing, right? So then we're writing down information. Like, is someone over towards here? Like, what have we seen? Okay, there's a Viper here, so you'd be like, they defaulting with Viper, you'd be right there, util. You're just kind of writing their setups, and obviously you've done studying. So you kind of know to an extent
a lot of util being used by crew. Here it is, time to strike. It's being held by crew. Watch onto that one, but it doesn't matter if he's holding it. He's not ready for this. Foxy9, he's straight back at them. Drops 2, and Mako's right there too, alongside it, just watching that.
No way they crunched on like this, they kind of owned it.
Alongside MTA, last
they were not ready
for
the crunch.
Dude,
what I'm enjoying, DRX are using so many shotguns at the moment.
Again, it comes down to comfortability onto the map. Are they aware that somebody's here into the TP?
He's seen double Judge Bucky already around round 10.
Rifles flicking around there.
Yeah, and Flashback just staying alive is everything, because he literally just should never make a play here. Like, he's just keeping the wall up is more important than doing anything.
Flashback has to do, though, really, is stay alive.
Yeah, he does. And he's going to be the nuisance player now. Wingman's out through and a wide, and the Dizzy can't really see absolutely anything here.
Double 5 HP.
Again, just out of heat. It's a 1v3, 25 seconds. Spikes drop down. Discipline played by DRX. This is tempered. They back away immediately. They don't want to give up any easy fights with how low Bane and Flashback are. Buying time. You hear the plan. It's committed inside. Heat.
Be tempted to ult this, flood him out somewhere.
Ahead of him. Gonna isolate these fights. Orbital strike. Does not catch it. Haunt is dealt with.
Hey, that was nice.
Bullet will drop it.
With the eye into the corner as well to catch him.
Every single angle.
Very nice, bro. Nice round from them. TP crunch off info.
Works on the pistol. Works here in round 10. Beautiful crunch strategy. And a great way of dealing with what crew were throwing at them. Those contact plays down short.
There's a couple of stuff that's catching crew off that maybe shouldn't be catching them off a little bit.
Most teams are going to have protocols. They know that if they hear that teleport sound, they need to get out of there ASAP.
So I'm saying it's definitely like there's been so many situations where you just can see that the team haven't had too much practice on this map.
They're ready for those kind of.
They're falling for so much stuff. Their post plants on A look a little bit weak. That 4-1 that we had on the third round.
For crew to try to recover this. 8 at the half for DRX or more would be fantastic on the final decider map.
Yeah, and money's back up. There's a thrash on either side. Has been earned up.
A lot a bit weak.
Again, just working up through the A short angle. There's a lot of pressure though with this util. But it's flying forward straight past this one. Foxy9. False confidence maybe. He's peeked out.
Oh my god. Dude, I thought he was going to get a double here. 39 HP.
Position. So they do hand over the gun. It was trained or traded back over. So and Melzer still has control of lamps this entire time. It gives options for crew if they do choose to make their way back over.
I mean, kind of, but he doesn't know that lamps itself is clear.
I mean, they have to go showers because they're just going to get stalled out.
Only now is Melzer full clearing lamps, and the fight is happening showers.
Yeah, Bane. Danger.
What a shot, man.
But again, safely navigated with Shy going to be dropped. No longer has to worry about that backstab potential. Here's a Nightfall going to be utilized. Forced to swing out from Melzer. It's not going to be long for that world. Stopper in the back pocket of Buzz is going to be able to use this one for any sort of win cons here. Round 11, but honestly, again, that patience and discipline on display here by DRX. Not willing to overextend or overinvest. Flashback with the wrap around ADS.
Very nice, man.
He deals with it.
Yeah, look convincing as well.
Looking like a marvelous half so far from DRX.
Crew clearly felt like they had done enough prep work on this map to float it all the way to the end as a decider. But thus far, getting outclassed. Looking quite similar to map 2, I think, where there's competency. They're not getting flattened in the same way that DRX did on Haven. But at the end of the day, each round seems like there's a mistake or an extra play coming out from DRX to push things.
Yeah, you have to think maybe the gamble.
They got so many ults though. They should be so fine to take this round. This is still a nightmare, but
some of the worst times
you got 2 ults to get you on site. You got an after plant. You could get the ult that they just picked up over towards showers, and then
want to try to push things across the line,
they're gonna double ult default.
Trying to work towards the pistol and close the gap.
Oh man, I'm worried that this is too obvious because these guys over towards showers literally
stuff like the thrash.
Hear the orb, press tab, see Kesnip picking up the orb.
An operator at his feet, at least he did. He's handed it over to Bane. It's a double upset. A taste of their own medicine from map 1.
Kind of know that they're going for both.
Why not? When it's flourishing in this way and form, the peak. Of course, it's punished there. Foxy9 sharp.
Dude, everyone's got a backup,
ready to be picked
gun for their op.
Out
and there goes the fish, and they're not getting that one back.
50 seconds down. Wait this
Bane's
one out.
The only pause that dodges
not
this.
Actually going to be caught by that one. Showstopper used up and over the top here. Dizzy has to be used to respond, and now Buzz right back at it. Ult of his own revealed. Spamming and praying and spraying away. He's losing track, but still.
What's going on here?
Rifles are there.
Yeah, okay, nicely done from DRX. It just didn't look great from Crew. I'll be fully honest.
Even with Crew trying to set up a 2-phase push there, the Thrash to bait out defensive utility and then go forwards. Even with them learning as the map went on how they wanted to approach their attack side.
Where's the music hit?
One step ahead. The power of experience coming from a team with 3 rookies.
Fully turn this one around and now looking primed to take this series. What a turnaround from that first map. They are in that driving seat.
Okay. Shall let me mute this. Wait, that was the copyrighted music as well? Damn, dude, these guys are really trying to get me. That's crazy. Just playing it early. They're really mixing it up at the moment. I respect that. Gotta keep me on my toes. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's mixing up, man. I say. Dude, crew need pistol bonus. Burst by. I feel like they need all of them, considering how that half looked. Do you think Crew is banking on Abyss being the last map? No, I think they literally looked at the fact that DRX had played it 3 times, won once. And then they were just like, we'll practice this for like what? How long did they have? 10 days maybe? Probably had like 6 days of practice. So they probably practiced like 4 out of them. They had a good amount of days of practice. And they just thought the curveball would be enough, that they could kind of just play their own game. Wow.
This is going to be an enormous uphill battle for Crew. They don't have the experience on this map. They don't know how their defense is going to work. If they try to play heavy flood defending, which was the only thing that's really worked for them in this entire series, we didn't didn't particularly get to see even them play the attack side on Haven. They were just flood defending over and over again to get a 10-2 half up, which carried them.
They would have got Abyss last map if they banned it anyway.
If they wanted to play that kind of style.
What should they have picked then, Saint, in your view?
Let's see how they set themselves up here. Let's get into it. Round 13. Our final map.
What was the second ban from DRX?
Fully committed. All the bodies.
Maybe they'll change that. Pistol-wise, 3-2.
Tiptoeing their way around most of this one here. They're going to go for a bit of a B split. Most of their players
Icebox?
out and
Yeah, but they banned Icebox.
Right strategy. They do this one quite a lot. Up and through, and Shy just didn't know which way to look. The flood attempt met and shut down Heat. He was caught between a rock and a hard place there. There's no chance of him being able to escape. Spike dropped down, a bit of time earned. Buzz layers down that nade just to give him the safety net to be able to get that plant down.
Now into a solid post. Yes, they don't have any util. 3 versus 2. Buzz does not have a teammate to play off.
No, he's very much alone here. If he goes down, there's chances. Here for KRU, doubled up. This is what they do best, trying to take these fights, but again, just tapping away with the damage done. The game IQ just winning that one out for Buzz. It's 3 in a round for him before he's eventually dropped. Kisnet has to do so much here. Tap. Just walking, trying to bait out that peak, not giving anything whatsoever, tapping away. It's no easy fight. Nades re-earned, but expecting that
5 HP.
Right
they get a double pistol on it as well to secure it. 2-0 on the map, 4-2 altogether.
A lovely execution.
That's your point, KRU. Had banned binds. DRX would have picked Icebox. Probably, and we get the best third map with Haven.
The lead at the moment, looking like it's going to go into 11-3.
Honestly, if we see a rematch, it probably goes down like that.
Distance of the finish line.
The thing is, I'm not sure DRX would
recovery from what we saw in
would do Haven again.
Where they just got destroyed.
It's a DRX team that they've been through a lot of shifts and changes.
Okay, so KRU have to do it the hard way.
They had to watch
with what we've seen so far.
Another Pacific team
gonna be a short one.
Close to it before here. Kesner getting punished for the yaw pickup, but this squad are looking made their own mark, even though all the spotlights are on this Gen G squad for good reason.
Playing in front of the home crowd, here at Champions in Seoul. And they were the Korean darling team. And I think that has been overtaken somewhat by Gen G. Can they fight their way out?
Crispy, man. Yeah, probably the best person to farm them up. We've got Razor for the big buy round that KRU have to win.
Right. They were the darling team of not just, Pacific in some capacity, Korea.
Dude, what a turnaround from getting absolutely annihilated in the first map.
Have stepped up into that spotlight, have made history before anybody else.
I think KRU tilted because of the PC? Nah, they just got outclassed on this map.
Maybe even early on in Abyss.
I'm pretty sure with the buy rounds that I'm seeing here, KRU could have won double pistol, and I would still be pretty confident that DRX would win this map.
DRX had that legacy with the old roster of always making it to playoffs, almost always. I mean, a couple slip-ups here and there, but
yeah,
they basically dominated groups, and then they couldn't quite get over the finish line to be able to pick up a title. We always thought it was maybe possible for that old DRX roster, but at some
what happened with the PC? There was a game crash at round 6 to 11 in a 1v3.
I don't think many people are expecting them to go on a very deep run, lift a title. I know that Sliggy had him as his dark horse for the tournament to go deep.
Yeah, I think that's respectful.
A top 4, something like that. I think that is possible for
Champs
this
mention.
Yeah. I was very
we actually made it, dude.
This event. I'm
Champs
not just saying that
mention.
Trust me. I think that they look very good in the finals performance, even though they
biggest
lost
tournament of the year.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. The team that has just been dominating ever since our finals of Madrid, we've been going from strength to strength.
Okay, Razor, what a nightmare for KRU.
Is very strong too.
Yeah.
The fact though we thought they would be good on Haven and they got slapped here is gonna, it's gonna affect people's assessment of it. But other than that, they've looked very solid today. And this
Dude, Mako hasn't had to do too much.
Goes from strength to strength.
Mako's having the MTA treatment from Haven.
You want to slow down here. Showstopper that was earned prior there. Buzz has already got it, and he's going to be using it to pave the way. Set the pace once more. Squeezing through any available players, but Showers is completely vacant.
Yeah, that's a free site. They didn't use too much util. Got Molly. Teva.
Playing for that plant now, as you see many teams do.
How are you meant to retake this?
Try and do this one. A bit of extra util available at least. Nade, Kisnet. Wondering which way to play this one as well. Just cycling through the weapons as a seize and a nade. Buzz tucked to the corner, still safe and still firing away. Shots fired. That one through. That's a Showers player dealt with.
There goes Brim Molly.
Onto this retake. If they deal with Buzz too, there's that danger. But now he's going to be active.
Brim Molly was for Lamps to stop
now. What's the next layer to all of this one? Has to watch it all down. MTA, at least the time.
Hey, well, that's how you retake it. Actually, use Molly to heavy. A lot of the Molly stuff to heavy hold on to Lamps. Looked like they were right with that.
A couple of seconds.
They just didn't have the positions in terms of off
Would
of
it make
sight.
a large difference if DRX were willing to fake or really fight for backside there? You saw that Kesnit ran into backside knife out. He knew that DRX were going to be falling back into classic post-plant positioning, and so he wasn't worried at all. And then you get these kills coming through where KRU are able to contest.
One enemy remaining.
KRU would have to put together so many more, though, before this comeback felt like it had any real sting behind it. That's what they're going to aim to do. Some ults may come online for KRU to try to deny plant late into this round, but otherwise, it's just the utility that you've bought.
Jiggle from Heat, really, he's got that acknowledgement. You can hear the sound cues.
Cast DRX again? Dude, I didn't cast DRX.
Oh, that's a cheeky
I'll double
play.
down.
KRU
They're
trying to
so
go for that
fine right now.
play, expecting him to be a little bit deeper onto the line. But
Like, they're winning this map. What do you want to hear from me?
Backed away by DRX, they navigate it well.
DRX love inserting Buzz over towards B long and then pressuring short. This is a classic strategy of theirs. And Buzz can either become the backstab lurker or go through the teleport. This time, just choosing to reconnect with the rest of the team.
That's the time taken by Shy.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Just expecting
Where you get an ace, everyone
sort of
takes turns getting
there.
aces.
All off the Viper wall.
Yeah,
Little overtime.
that's what you need.
Yeah.
Injection of fire there for KRU.
No damage.
Potentially even hearing those footsteps. With the spike drop down, there's no chance. It's more or less here for Buzz. Potential
Really
money
insane,
for his team
isn't
to
it?
buy back up if he keeps this rifle into the next, but he might not even do that. That's
30
nice.
seconds left.
Getting cheeky with it.
This kind of free round, though, where Shy picks the perfect timing and gets a couple brilliant kills, that's exactly what the Doctor ordered for KRU. It buys them time, gets them closer to big ultimates so that they can craft some
10 seconds left.
really difficult defensive setups to get through. And it gets them one step closer to making any kind of comeback a reality.
Oh, no, Kesnit.
No, I like it. If you see that from Kesnit, it means he's...
They're close to getting a lot of
forgot what
ults.
country
So
is
if
it?
this
Oh,
is
well,
an
I mean,
eco,
the point
which you
being
definitely could low
he's
buy this,
not
the
just
next buy round after,
frustrated,
they would
he's
have a
actually
lot of
challenged.
ults.
Up.
Yeah,
So they
challenged
could.
to a desire to win.
Right.
Listen, it's up to
Make
him
it a
to
little
crack
bit
the eye
closer.
of the home crowd here.
I don't think he's
Still not
ever
going to
been
win, but they can make it a little bit closer.
disinclined to attract
No,
ire in his life.
of course not. Of course not, this guy. But yeah, he's feeling quite large and in charge here. Potentially got that fire back beneath them.
So they're going to play for the ult orb over towards B long by the look of things. Get a showstopper online early.
Shy's going to be challenged and tested. He's right in front of most of this one. Snakebite at the feet.
Whoa, whoa,
Not to
whoa.
overcome there, even if it is against the pistols. And Melter task.
Yeah, look like me when I run out of space on my mouse mat.
Succeeds at that at least, forcing the rotations of KRU. Tap of Foxy9.
Hoping to bait that
Oh,
ult.
okay.
They've given up the
Little
entirety
tap
of the
of the
B-site.
spike,
Can
get
they
the
make
ult
down the
out of
showstopper as
them.
well?
3 people out of position. We got a
victory
smoke
here.
down,
If they don't get this
plant
plant
here,
down, they
not
manage
the
to pull
guns
these
for
ults
it.
out of them. Wingman
Bane, if he gets a
planting,
kill,
gets
gets his
there.
ult. Probably shouldn't be using it. Foxy gets Fischl with this plant. Shouldn't be using it either.
Corner. Pound for pound there. Tucked away. KRU going to
But the good news is they probably get Kesnit's Razor out of
But
him.
they do have the weaponry and still that ult to make usage of. Foxy9 as well with that crash, but I don't want to use it. Here's the ult. Showstopper forwards. MTA taking care of Bane, and Rocket not really that necessary here with the rifles. Foxy9
Whoa.
making a decent go.
Bro, I thought there
Gotta
was going to be
respect
something
it.
magical there.
But
Okay.
even more than Foxy9's
It's a-
kills towards the
it's
end,
a great
it's the fact they
bit of damage.
dragged out Melzer and Kesnit's ultimates.
Yeah.
They've got no value. I mean, nothing. It was just a cheap tap on A, and then Kesnit trying to make the retake work, worried, even though they're on an anti-eco, even with a player advantage, wanted to secure that round because every round means everything to KRU currently. But unless you're saving ultimates like that, it's going to make the comeback almost impossible. Yeah. DRX are going to take a tactical timeout here. Frankly, I don't think they really need to do that, but Tommy's just looking to stop the rot early.
Yeah,
Done enough just by, like you said, pulled the ults out of them, making it all the more difficult for KRU to even mount any sort of comeback.
Our DRX have a lovely strat that I watched them run in Pacific, where they haunt over the top towards Garden, the same one that we saw KRU throwing, insert Buzz in that area, B long, and then they'll run, so it feels like a B default at that point, and then they'll double
Literally, we're
lurk
fine.
So one player
That's
tries
how
to lurk
confident
down
I am.
behind the Viper wall short,
It's so
and
fine.
one player tries to lurk in showers. Whichever one dies, the other just runs into sight. And it has ruined a lot of the Pacific team's defensive protocols. We haven't seen them run that strat yet. They pulled it out multiple times to huge success in Pacific. I'm wondering if coming out of a timeout to get a big round on the board, it might be a moment to unveil a strat like that. But on the other hand, they've got two big ultimates.
They've got a Viper ult, so they might just go for the normal Viper setup.
Keep it safe.
Oh,
Exactly.
Wall.
Just added as well. I mean, maybe taking the timing to think about.
It's tried and tested.
I'm not shy is going to be using his ult. Could potentially use a Thrash to clear it. Even the knife
Surely we have a lineup.
You can see.
Oh boy. I'm telling you, chat. The signs are showing that they haven't been practicing this map too much.
Now, there's no signs of life from DRX. They are nowhere near.
If you need a confirmation,
anticipating that
you just got it.
Shower
Shower Natty, thank you so much. Chat, you know what to do. Get the Slug Oilers going. Thank you so much for that, man. 5 gifted as well. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you for being so generous, man. What's a Fatal? 1, 2, 3. It's good Fatal, but we got nothing behind it. Not even some spams. They only get information in terms of numbers. This is like 3 ults that KRU didn't really get much for.
DRX. Important element now into the post. Mosh going to be laid down in a deep, committed site control and the hold for them. It's an orb in their face. The Thrash round 2. Sent flying out through elbow. Nobody's sticking to try and at least break that. And everybody's detained.
Oh god.
Defend.
And he gets his ult as well.
Topple, bodies fall, and DRX inevitable to get that 12. Just shy remaining, 1 to stand.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Yeah, KRU's ults are off for here as well in these rounds.
Keep it simple. DRX play towards their ultimate.
I mean, this is a nice round from DRX, right? They know that in theory the shower smoke is hit, so showers is hard to get out of, short's hard to get out of because obviously the Viper ult's there. And they just go for B, just a straight committed
as the
hit.
first team in this group. Looking to face whoever comes out of Fnatic Billy.
Dude, that sounded like the Fnatic chant.
With a showstopper. MTA didn't get a chance to use the Thrash in the previous round.
Backwards,
he was
right?
1 away, got detained, taken down in elbow.
Careful here.
Last time, Buzz accelerated very quickly through short and tried to wrap onto a Showers player. But everybody was playing off-site for KRU.
This time DRX are happy to, again,
6 chances.
Cautiously. Slow defaults. It's more akin, honestly. They've been showing this on their attack sides a lot.
Yeah.
Just trying to hold for any deep pushes.
I like it. It's something that DRX, the old roster, never used to do that much. It's why they weren't as good on Bind when it came to these global events. But learning from some of the EMEA teams, to be honest, in terms of the style, now approaching these early rounds much more slowly, cautiously. Flashback's got to lurk over towards Showers.
Bro, we got 1 person B right now, and they're about to pop B.
Really dangerous. I mean, either Flashback
Devastating.
contact here onto one of these
And your
players.
Larka killed, your smokes.
Showstopper right onto the other side of the map. In through B, and Buzz has gained a lot of ground from it. Just a threat of
No
it.
way.
That is egregious by Heat. Thinking he can take that time in back and away, and the Thrash is just dealt with. Broken down.
Bro, this was like 4
this
ults in a row where they got nothing for their ults. On a comp that is meant to have like ults that secure you rounds.
There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide now. MTA.
I mean this in the nicest way. I hope KRU go back to perma banning this map. It's just not there for them. I love a curveball, but it just didn't look good enough.
Shy has to do it all. So much to overcome. Not quite possible.
Okay, nicely done from DRX. Very nicely done. Definitely the Haven. They can do some work on that a little bit. Make sure it's not as readable.
For this newer squad for DRX. They've never lost an